The 2023 racing pigeon season is about to begin here in the UK. I always treat for worms before the racing season starts, because if I miss one worm egg, after testing their droppings under the microscope, the whole cycle can start again. Which in turn will affect your bird's racing season, as they are not in optimal health. So, you too, might find it necessary to treat your birds for worms. The roundworm life cycle is 3 to 4 weeks, and so a single treatment of worming medication before breeding, or racing, will improve things for that period of time only. Eradication can be achieved by using moxidectin, my medication of choice, administering the moxidectin twice at a 3-week interval, followed by a super thorough clean of the loft after each treatment. Worms in pigeons. Worms weaken the bird, meaning that race performance cannot be optimal. They also increase vulnerability to other secondary diseases, such as canker and respiratory infection. Most common 3 worms found in pigeons today are roundworms, hairworms and tapeworms, but gapeworm is also becoming a problem. When your birds are eating and drinking well, but their health is not flourishing, then you should start deworming your pigeons. How can I tell if my pigeons have worms? Appetite is initially increased, but diminishes as infestation progresses. The birds lose weight. Heavily infested pigeons usually show impaired general condition and are listless and apathetic with dull, ruffled plumage. Some common symptoms of worm infestation include weight loss, lethargy, decreased appetite, and diarrhea. If you suspect your bird has worms, take them to the vet for a diagnosis and treatment plan. There are many effective worming treatments available for birds. Preventives for all worms. Garlic is a good natural food that is known to help keep worms at bay, and makes your bird's internals a less attractive place for parasites to settle. Adding apple cider vinegar, food-grade diatomaceous earth and fresh minced garlic to your flock's diet can help guard against worm infestations. Roundworms form the most common worm infestation in pigeons. They are present in the small intestine of the pigeon, and in serious cases they can be present in such large quantities that the intestine is almost completely blocked. Hairworms, capillaria. Just like the roundworm, they reside in the small intestine. These worms bore their way into the blood vessels through the intestinal wall. This causes an inflammation of the intestines, and the pigeons lose weight fast and get sick. Hairworms live in the digestive tract of the pigeon and release eggs, which are passed with the bird's droppings. After several days in the environment, an egg becomes infective and then, if accidentally ingested by a pigeon, hatches inside the bowel and grows into a new worm. Hairworms can also have what is called an indirect life cycle, where infective eggs are ingested by an intermediate host such as a beetle or slug. Pigeons become infected when they eat this intermediate host. Moxidectin, sidectin, is probably the go-to treatment for worms. However, not all treatments will kill the whole cycle of worms. So retreating them again is necessary to break the cycle completely. Treatment for worms including gapeworms. Ivermectin, Evomec, and moxidectin, sidectin. If your birds have a heavy worm infestation, a strong dose of medication can cause problems whereby if all the worms are killed at once, blockages in your bird's system may occur. You can also use flubanil or avivim, as they contain the chemical levamisole, which works to kill the adult worms. Ivermectin-based products will not kill adult gapeworms. Treat all your birds, not just the ones showing symptoms. Tablet worm treatment. I've found Ascopilla work great. They kill the larvae as well as the fully developed worms in the gastrointestinal tract. When deworming the birds, the loft should be cleaned and disinfected. Management and feeding of the pigeons are not disturbed. Beware no deworming during the main molting season and during hatching, as this can affect the feather quality during the molt and the young squabs in the nest not growing properly.